All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic, because in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at TSLY, and I'm going to explain to you why I really want to only buy on the dips in TSLY. I have my price chart up here on all the purchases that I've made for TSLY. You can see the most recent ones coming in August. It is now October. So I haven't bought TSLY for about 1 or 2 months. And the reason being is I only want to buy TSLY when it dips, when it goes potentially to about $13 or so. I don't want to be buying at these highs. And in this video, going through my recent buys, I'm going to show you exactly why. So if that does sound good and you are a TSLY investor or holder, please do subscribe. We're up to 2,927 subscribers. We do a lot of videos. My last video was actually on TSLY as well. We do a lot of videos on TSLY. So if you're invested, it's definitely a good idea to subscribe, because that way you're going to get pretty up-to-date information, and I cover the stock almost on a daily basis. So you're going to get a lot of new information. So with all that being said, you guys already know TSLY. It's got a 90.99% expense ratio, about a $700 million fund or so. It tracks an underlying stock, which is Tesla. It doesn't own any Tesla. They write synthetic covered calls on Tesla for option income, and they're trading at about $14 currently. Now, at this $14 price mark, you can see I have my total returns here on the right side. I'm just going to zoom in a little so you guys can see better. So my total return here on this right side. And the reason why I say I only really want to buy at these lower price levels, whether it be $13 or about $14, is because look at my returns. We're talking, what if you could buy any stock, any dividend paying stock at a great price and then hold it for a long time? It's just testament of how amazing dividends can truly be. So at this price point right here, this price of buy is where I'm looking, $13.30. The dividends that I've received are all these dividends right here. They have been priced into the current share price, and those are all that I've received. That brings my total average with the discount from the dividends put back in to $9.02, giving me a 35% return on the current share price of TSLY at $13.95. Although I did buy it at $13.30, it's just due to the fact that all these dividends have been paid back, and that has lowered kind of like my cost per share, or my share basis. So that is only on those shares. Then as you can see, TSLY, this is the period where it actually went up. It was probably trading about here, about $17.54, and I bought some at $17.33. As you can see, my average price has kind of gone down quite a bit. I'm only up 3% on those shares, but I will be continuing to collect monthly income every single month, which will hopefully bring this return up if TSLY's price stays about this $13-14 level. Even though, as you can tell, I bought it at a pretty high marker, just because I've been holding it for so long and receiving all these dividends right here, I've been able to recoup my price. And really, if I was looking to sell TSLY and was looking to get a better price than $13.49, I could do that right now, or I could hopefully wait a little bit, have the price appreciate, or just collect my dividends. So that is another reason why holding TSLY over the long term might be a good idea. It's been good for me so far, but as you can see, what I want to show you here is when I bought it at $18.21, and I tend to buy pretty close to the highs. As you can see, the high was $18.23. I bought it just a couple cents below that, and so far that position is my worst buy in TSLY is negative 8.7%. I only bought 8 shares, so it's not a huge buy for my portfolio, but the negative 8.7% just kind of reiterates how you want to be looking for low purchasing prices in TSLY when it hits these $13 levels, these $13, $13.37 right here, or the $13.18 right here, because those are going to give you the best opportunities for a 35% return, which is, you know, what we're all after, a higher return. This is a high dividend yielding company. As you can see, a 50% yield, and it's really been underperforming in its yield currently, because going back, you can see the 83-cent dollar and 80-cent dividends that it was previously paying. So that's something to also keep in mind. And then we could go over the 16, but what I want to do here is go over the 14.37 price point, not dividend. Could you imagine? That's going back to Zim's dividends right here. But so $14.37 was my most recent buy. This came later in August, about 30 shares, and currently that is like just with the dividends taken out, the dividends discounted, it's down to $13.22. And I'm currently up about 5%, which is a decent return. And although it's not in the $13 price point, it's still a pretty good return considering I've only held these shares for about a month or two. So that's just kind of like a little reiteration of why you should look to buy TSLY only on the dips. Or if you did buy TSLY a long time ago, you could see that the dividends have slowly kind of recouped that share price a little bit and got me back to break even, and hopefully will push me forward in the future months to come. But what I do want to say is that TSLY, it doesn't appreciate exactly as Tesla. As you can see, Tesla went up 2.11% today, and TSLY is only up about 1.31% today. So as you can see, it doesn't exactly match Tesla. The best thing for TSLY, and the best thing really for Tesla, if you're a TSLY investor, is to see Tesla appreciate slowly. If we could see Tesla keep it under 1% or so, I've seen days where Tesla was up over just about 1%, and TSLY was actually beating it on the day just due to the fact that Tesla wasn't actually going that wild, and then TSLY was able to keep up with Tesla. Now what I want to do here is I just want to go to Tesla's chart and kind of do a little analysis on where I think Tesla will be in the near future. I do have a friend who does day trade stocks, and he mentioned to me that he thought that Tesla might go into a bearish run. And what I'm doing is I'm keeping his kind of thoughts in mind. I'm not necessarily going to pool all my money into TSLY unless I do see a pretty big drop in the share price. But what I do see for Tesla here is it's trading about a 50% marker in the MACD, meaning that it's kind of undecisive whether or not it's going to go up or down. Me personally, I do think it's going to test this kind of price point right here, about 27. We're at 26, $265. I think it's going to hit $275 or so, and that's going to be the price point where it's either going to rise up to this $300 price point, or it's going to potentially drop down to the $215 or $240 price point. So that's just something to keep in mind. If TSLY does kind of appreciate over the next little while and you want to trim some shares just to, lock in some gains for that before it may potentially go down, that's something to also look out for. I'm not really sure where Tesla's going to go in the kind of near short term, but that is just a little kind of insight on where I think it might go. It might hit this level and then make a move, whether it be up or down. Now, what might I be doing? I actually might decide to trim some TSLY shares. I do want to obviously hold for the dividend, and I want to buy before the dividend, but if I think that Tesla is going to go down, I might start to trim some of my shares, give myself a better yield on cost, and honestly a better purchasing price. So that was just a little video on TSLY, Tesla, and why I choose to reinvest only at the lower kind of price points for TSLY. And as you can see, I haven't really bought since August, just kind of going over that again, just due to the fact that I want to get some really good prices on TSLY, but I don't want to sacrifice my return just because my eagerness to get into TSLY and to add more to my monthly income. So with all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Obviously, you guys know TSLY and their distribution yields. We're hoping that they could recover. One thing that I do want to show you here is that year to date, if you were to bought TSLY in January of this year, your yield to date return would pretty much be about 50%, which I do have on some of my holdings, being my first one in May. Just to kind of show you, it's obviously not at a 50% return yet, but we're getting close. So I will keep you updated with this marker because I think it's kind of interesting to look at my previous shares, the current share price, and show you the, current daily returns and even like whatever from TSLY. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated with that. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, got a little insights about where Tesla and TSLY might be headed, my kind of opinions on it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I want to say please do subscribe again if you're interested in any kind of TSLY investing content, clip investing content, QQQY investing content, because we're going to be making a lot more videos on that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Give it a like if you did enjoy. I don't normally ask for likes, but I'm going to in this video. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. And take care, guys. I will see you guys in the next one.